one of those cars I'm gonna just shut up and drive. Too much tire smoke inside. Power steering dead. E92 wide. I'm sure thumbnail shows it all already, that it is indeed very wide. So wide. Oh wait, I need to do wide angle lens. There we go. Look at that. Wide body extensions. It's actually so wide that the power steering cannot keep up and decides to pee itself. Yeah, not ideal. So that was one of the challenges. But other than that, it also has massive wing on the back. And that was also another challenge because the front is not really matching. I'm not sure if it even has a splitter. No splitter available. It's just a bumper, and underneath I do not see anything. Nope. So that's unfortunately the other thing. So too big of a wing, too little splitter, power steering fluid, and the tires were rubbing as well on the back. You can see here because it's more of a GP setup, and on the ring you want to have a bit of a more right height. So now that we have said all the bad things, let's finish on a positive note. And what was great? The emotion, the balance, the alignment, the setup. What suspension is it running actually?
DC Racing BR.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's nothing extraordinary, but it works. So very well set up. It's tiny bit soft, and especially since it's so low and with combination with downforce and corners, it was a bit too soft for this. So I think it needs to be set a bit harder if possible. AP Racing 5000R, my favorite brake helper, yeah. Together with which pads?
Pads.
RSL 29s probably.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one that works. And yeah, for the rest, also all kinds of other modifications. We have seats, harnesses, full cage. There's also a fire extinguisher. Luckily, we didn't need it, although it had lots of smoke. KMP steering wheel, lots of lightweight mods. You see, like no interior, plastic windows. Also, even the computer has been taken out, the dash. So it's actually, everything works. I mean, exhaust looks different. Anything else modified or any specific mods that you know?
It's pretty much stock. It was built by Team Brick Racing for a disabled championship, and then unfortunately the owner couldn't partake anymore, so I managed to buy it, converted it back to normal driving, and then.
So it was like hand driving, hand
controls. Yeah, it was quite simple to get it removed, but so it was sort of built, not bought, and then I bought it built. If that makes sense.
Yeah, in a way.
A weird way to go about it, but it's a work in progress. There's loads to do. I'm glad to get your feedback. I'll be.
It's good. Yeah. It's relatively simple. Like I said, fix the rubbing issue. It could be the right height, or the suspension stiffness, or even the tire size. Because I think now it's like very on the edge.
Yes.
The wing you can just go smaller, or actually put the bigger splitter on the front, and then whatever causes the power steering issue. So maybe additional cooler, or I wouldn't know. What's the actual tire size? 275 on the front. It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Not extreme, but good for the e-chassis. Definitely nice.
335s on the
335.
Yeah, big.
Wow.
Girls.
Wow. Yeah. That's why there was like so much grip. It was like you can go so early on the gas, and it's just like it will not step out at all. And of course, also in combination with the big wing. So that was nice. I really enjoyed it, other than inhaling lots of smoke. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
cheers, thank you.
Very good lap, and you guys enjoy some rawness of a very wide E92 M3. All right, we passed the Marshall's vibe check, and now welcome aboard. Let's buckle ourselves up properly. Eventually. Okay, as you might see, everything is off of man. So I'll prepare for this. Off I go. The sound of the V8, amazing. Okay, the car feels very stable for now, that's good. Bit of scrape, extra downforce. Less grip on the front axle, that I can feel, so The wing is doing definitely its job, maybe a bit too much. You can smell the rubber, so something is rubbing. Probably the rear arches under pressure. Oh man, a lot of grip on the rear axle because of the big wing. Unfortunately, also quite some understeering. It's one of those cars I'm gonna just shut up and drive. Lots of smoke coming up. Feels like the power steering is starting to die, so I guess it cannot handle all the extra tire. Too much tire smoke inside. steering that. Cannot trail brake. Come on. Come on, turn. Nice, 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 nice. It's been stinky. Oh, that's a cool license plate if that's legit. 2832, which is the length in meters of the Nürburgring Notschleife. Right, some thoughts. It's been a while since I've driven E92 M3 on the track, on the ring, and especially a well-prepped one. So this one is kind of well-prepped one because it has the brakes, it has the, oh, there's no power steering, it's completely dead. Has the brakes, has the tires, the wide body, the big wing that outperforms the front. So what I liked, the engine, the balance, emotion, really, really good. The brakes, did I mention brakes, tires, yeah. What I didn't like, the rubbing, because I cannot do a second lap for two reasons. One, I will just suffocate. It's bad for the driver. Two, I would have concern as a driver that the tires might explode with all the rubbing. Three, the power steering is dead and you cannot drive like this because sometimes it's just fully gone. You saw me like pushing and sometimes it just comes back. So you imagine you're like going in the corner, you're full on steering and all of a sudden it comes back and you whoop in the wall. Oh my God. And I had today already some gym workout. Yeah, so power steering, the rubbing, and the lack of front downforce don't make it great. So it's somewhere in the middle. But I guess those are like a few things that you can sort with this. And in general, I think it just proves that the E92 is such a great platform. You know, from all the M cars, somehow I have the less affiliation, or like the least affiliation with E92. Oh man, it really stinks here. Also the power steering fluid is boiling and it's coming out, so it's not ideal. I don't know why, because the platform is so good with like proper engine, emotional, DCT, but it feels like it takes quite some time and energy to make the car work for the track, because it's relatively heavy. Yeah, I don't know. And like when you look at the type of cars that I get offered to drive on the channel, a lot of the F series, lots of G series, but no ease anymore, almost at all. And why is that? Because they're becoming rare, of course, and for the price of an E92 you can get an F and go with a few mods and full out. So yeah, in general, nice, but a few things to work on. And I enjoyed it actually. But yeah, I mean the platform, a few things to work on. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. All of that things. I go drive, I think, the Megane that's waiting there for me.